Indeed. Let's begin.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning. Next time. What? I won't let him escape! Such powers old.
did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Let's go then. The void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's at court every day.
Business, well, it's complicated. We'll discuss someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good, next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young Lady Jessie, what is your account?
It was her. Delilah's light. She broke it.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's
Here's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not. When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end. Soon.
His age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke,
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
Emily.
One of the more elaborate structures in Karnaka, closed to the public.
Nothing like
More of the Duke's questionable rulership.
made of goose feathers.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Anton, you've had 3 days to rest. Tell me how to kill Delilah.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge that I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
Wake me when Karnaka starts to burn.
What a painting that will make.
I have trouble remembering my mother's face sometimes, but there might be some resemblance.
Painted from memory. While trying to learn more about what the Duke of Sarkonos was up to, I began hearing a name I hadn't heard in almost 2 decades. Delilah Copperspoon. We painted together for a time, but her obsession with the occult and the Caldwin family took her out of my circles.
I saw some of her paintings. Beautiful, but somehow sinister.
You knew Delilah? All this time traveling with you and you never mentioned
My
that?
past is none of your business. You don't own everything, Empress.
Another life, another life. Megan came to Karnaka to reinvent herself. Maybe I did as well, but the Duke of Sarkonos had other ideas.
the skiff when you want to set out for the Royal Conservatory. We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There will be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah.
Balusters and spindles made of zirconian umberwood.
I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed them. It reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she wants.
He tugged on it nicely. Then
Someone's shooting at us!
Bet this one's carrying coin.
No! Wait, this is it! Somebody's down!
wonder who that was.
think something new.
Someone's shooting at us!
Cut her to pieces!
Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
You won't get away! Ah! No, you...
You can't stay hidden forever.
You think you're clever, huh? Oh, shit! Huh? Stop! I've got just the thing
Kneel
for you.
down to your better.
Huh?
This can't be! Shit! What was that?
For the Abbey! I smell heresy on you. Die, creature of the void!
Hey, where do you think you're going?
It's not something bad.
Damn you!
Maybe it's not.
I'm not in the mood. Show yourself.
Hey, Lewis!
I wonder who that was.
Think I'm stupid?
Odd times, hard times. Gotta be on the lookout. Hello? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
Sometimes I remember the breeze on my skin. I'm tired. How long, my dears? How long must I endure in this shadow state?
Greetings. I provide only the finest service with absolute discretion.
Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be holed up in an office overlooking the Royal Conservatory. Check on them if you're headed that way. I'd check myself, but the streets are locked down. I'd make it worth your time.
I'll think about it.
See anything you like?
What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Excellent choice. I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose. Please visit again soon.
What's going on?
Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed Ashworth had some connection to the occult in Karnaca. Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rivals within the Abbey. Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order?
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
So won't you marry me?
Something feels wrong. What? Someone's shooting at us! What? Shit! Somebody's down!
Did you hear that?
This won't go. Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
Hey, who are you?
Don't let him escape!
Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
He's dead!
This is the Duke.
What's going on? What? Nothing here? Let's have a look around.
My brothers and sisters of my blood.
I hit hard.
Make this great semi-trust.
Wait for my orders!
This is the Duke.
Can't see any way to reach us! Guilty of standing in my way!
Delilah called.
Bad move!
There are some traitors who question.
Damn it!
Treasonous nations skulking in the cold, gloomy north. If they want war, we'll give it. Sacrifice. Serkonos will fight for Delilah. Fight to the bitter end. To the bitter end.
Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
you since I put up. Later I'll be laughing over rum about how you.
People of Karnaka, this is the Duke.
Hey!
Some of you have questioned the Duke levied by the Grand Circling Guard. Let me answer all of this rabble-rousing at once. Disloyalty, sedition, will not be tolerated. Look at Duncan Bales, my good friend. He's a patriot, a man who won't stop until he has turned every bit of this land's silver into shiny coins. I asked him to double the number of my workers, and he did it. No questions, no complaints. Karnaka has these miners, and he produced them. That's thin air. That's the Sirconian spirit. That's me.
Nasty sometimes. It flows from the fountain to the conservatory basement. There was work being done, so there's a grate missing. Maybe some.